So let's talk about something pretty cool. How does a great idea for an app or a website go from being just a thought in your head to a real working product that people can actually use? We're going to break down that whole journey from start to finish.
You've totally been there, right? You get that light bulb moment, that flash of genius for the next big thing, and then it's immediately followed by, well, now what? It feels like this giant impossible leap from your idea to a real live app.
But here's the awesome part. You don't have to be a coding wizard to create something amazing. Your vision, your idea, that's the most important piece of the puzzle. The technical stuff, that's where professional developers come in. They've got the tools to turn your vision into actual code. So let's dive in and see exactly how that partnership works.
It all starts with you, with your idea. The whole point of this process is to take your goals and turn them into a digital product that not only works, but that people will love to use. You know, the very first conversation you'll have with the development team isn't about code at all. It's all about strategy. It's where your business goals, what your future users actually need, and what's technically possible all come together. A really good team will help you find that perfect sweet spot, mapping out a concrete plan before anyone even thinks about writing a single line of code.
Okay, so you've got a solid plan. Now for the fun part. What can you actually build? This is where we open up the digital toolkit, and trust me, it's way more powerful and versatile than you might think. We're talking about the ability to create pretty much anything you can dream up.
Let's look at the big categories, right? First, you have custom web apps. Think of a unique online store or a powerful software-as-a-service product built just for you. Then, you can weave in artificial intelligence to make your products smarter. Things like super helpful AI chatbots or search that predicts what you're looking for. And if you're really pushing the envelope, you can even get into blockchain solutions for things like NFT marketplaces or the metaverse.
Now let's just zoom in on one of these tools for a second, because it's a real game changer. The Progressive Web App, or PWA for short. Just imagine a website that has all the superpowers of a regular mobile app. It's lightning fast, it works when you're offline, it can even live on your phone's home screen, but, and this is the kicker, your users never have to go to an app store to download or install it.
So, why would you want a PWA? Oh man, the benefits are huge. You get this incredibly fast experience for your users that works even if their internet is spotty. You can send push notifications directly to their phones to keep them coming back. And for your business, it's often cheaper and way faster to get to market, since you get to completely skip the whole App Store approval dance. So how does a project like this actually get built from the ground up? It's definitely not magic. There's a really structured process, almost like a blueprint for building a house. It makes sure every single piece fits together perfectly, from day one all the way to launch day. Let's walk through it.
Phase 1 is all about the prep work, strategy, and design. It all kicks off with discovery, which is just a deep dive to nail down exactly what this product needs to do. Next up is UI/UX design. This isn't just about making things look pretty, it's about crafting an experience that's intuitive and easy to use, often with prototypes you can actually click through. And finally, there's architecture planning. This is the invisible foundation that makes sure your app is fast, secure, and ready to grow.
All right, phase 2 is where the rubber really meets the road. This is development. Most modern teams use what's called an agile approach, building the product in short little cycles called sprints. This keeps things flexible and means you can give feedback constantly. You have front-end developers who build the visual part, everything you see and touch, and at the same time, back-end developers are building the engine under the hood that makes it all work. And that brings us to the final phase, getting it out into the world. After some really intense quality assurance testing to squash any bugs, the product gets deployed and launched. But, and this is so important, the work doesn't just stop there. The best products get ongoing maintenance and support to keep them secure, up-to-date, and ready for more and more users.
Okay, we've seen the blueprint for the house, but what about the actual tools? What are developers using for construction? Let's take a quick peek inside the toolbox at the technologies that actually power these things. You'll often hear developers talk about their tech stack. So what is that? Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is like a chef's kitchen. The chef chooses a specific set of knives, pens, and ovens for a particular dish. In the same way, developers pick a specific set of programming tools to build your product.
So, a modern tech stack has a few different layers. It all starts with design tools like Figma, which create the visual blueprint. Then the front end, using something like React, turns that design into what you actually see and interact with. The back end is the brains of the operation, running on Node.js or Python, handling all the logic.
And of course, all that information has to live somewhere, right? That's the database, the product's memory, using something like MongoDB. Each layer is absolutely essential.
So here's the thing. Having the best tools in the world doesn't mean a thing if you don't have the right people using them. Building a product is really about building a partnership. So how do you find the right team for your vision? When it comes to hiring a team, you've basically got two main options. For a big, complex, long-term project, you might want a dedicated team, a group of people who live and breathe your product day in and day out. But if you're just starting out, or you need to build a quick prototype, or you just need one very specific skill, flexible contracts are perfect. They let you bring in exactly who you need for exactly as long as you need them.
But no matter which model you choose, experience is absolutely crucial. You want to look for a partner with a deep portfolio. A number like this, over 2,500 projects delivered, that's not just a number on a slide, that's proof. It's proof that they have a process that works, one that's been tested over and over again.
And listen to what other founders have to say. This quote from Jason at Park highlights something so important. They delivered a solution that was not only functional, but was good to present in front of investors and stable to go to market. That's the difference a professional team makes. They build for business success.
And here's another one that points to something just as critical: speed and problem solving. They built a whole delivery solution in about 5 months. But check out this phrase: fixed all the technical issues that arose. No project is ever perfect. Stuff happens. The best partners are the ones who can navigate those challenges and still deliver.
And that brings us right back to where we started. We've gone from that little spark of an idea through a structured blueprint, we've looked at the tools, and we've talked about finding the right partners. It just goes to show you that with the right process, pretty much anything is possible. Which brings it all back to you. The only real question left is, what will you build?